Hi, I'm Melissa, and I'm here today with Preacher Collins. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
To start us off, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, like I said, my name is Preacher Collins. I am getting close to 60 years old. The industry that I work in is landscaping, and I've been in the industry for almost 30 years now. And before that, I was an agricultural science teacher before I got into the landscape industry.
So can you tell us a little, exactly what you do at your job?
Okay, so like I said, I am with a landscape company, a national landscape company. My job with the company is I am called a school relationship manager. So what I do is before COVID hit, and now I do it virtual, I go around and talk to schools and talk to students about career opportunities within the landscape industry and with land care. So that's kind of what my job is currently.
Okay, that's cool. What does a typical day in your profession look like?
So it's according to, in my profession, what I do every day is a typical day with me would be that I would be talking to students in their classes. Now it's done virtually, but I would be talking to students, talking to them about the landscape industry and about careers that they could have within the industry and how land care could help them make landscaping a career. Also within our industry, in the landscape industry, kind of what our company does is that we are a full service company. We do everything from maintenance, and which includes mowing and weed eating and edging the grass. We do the maintenance on the trees, and we do water management, agronomics. We're a full landscape provider. So that's kind of what an everyday life would be like in the landscape industry. 90% of our work is done outside. So outside every day. So, it's something, if you like working outside and you like, beautifying the surroundings and helping put back nature the way that it was, then it's kind of would be a good career. So that's kind of what we do every day.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Can you tell us any specific places that you've worked on or worked at?
In the San Antonio area or just across the country?
You can do across the country or San Antonio.
Okay. I've worked on all the Disneys, like in Florida and in California. I've been on those sites before. We've worked on those sites. In San Antonio, we do the Hyatt Regency Resort. I've been there, worked on that. I've done the amusement parks there. I've worked on all of those there. SeaWorld, all of that, we worked on those. Across the country, the Getty Museum in California, worked on that. So just about, our company is a national company. We're all the way from the West Coast to the East Coast and from Florida up to Illinois. So worked on a lot of big projects and in a lot of in different areas. So,
do you have a favorite project that you've worked on?
Okay, my favorite project probably that I worked on was a large HOA, which is a homeowner association in up north of Dallas in McKinney, Texas. It was called Stonebridge Ranch. I actually worked on that site for 18 years.
Wow.
I first started. It started out as, when I first started there was 4 homes built there. And when I left there was over 8,000. We maintained over 500 acres of common area of turf and grass and all while I was there. So that's probably my favorite job that I've worked on.
That's super cool. What motivates you to do this job?
There's a couple of things that motivates me. One is bringing young talent into the job, into our profession, and seeing them grow. It's a profession that a lot of people don't know about. Most of the time when they say landscape, they think of a mower and a weed eater and an edger. But there's a whole big part of it that no one knows about. There's a financial part, there's a human resource part, there's all aspects of it that a lot of people don't see this behind the scenes. But bringing young people into that scenario and watching them grow and become leaders in our industry, that's my biggest joy that I get out of it.
What are some challenges that you have faced in your job, and how do you overcome them?
Okay. So a lot of our biggest challenges is recruiting people for our industry. Currently across the country, we're about a $300 billion a year industry across the United States with over 300,000 jobs to fill. Within the industry, the landscape industry, and there will be probably 250,000 of those jobs filled. So our biggest thing is getting people, to know about our industry and to come to work for us. And one of the ways that we have started the company that I work for, that started to help with that, is they have allowed me to come into the high schools and to talk to high school students about opportunities for careers within our industry. So we used to only recruit or talk to students kind of at the college level and higher, but now my job is I go in and talk to the high school students. So that's kind of what we've changed a little bit about.
Are you the first in your family to go down this path?
Am I what?
Excuse me. First in your family to go down this path?
Yes, I am. I'm actually the first person within my family that's ever been in the landscape industry. I'm also the first one in our family. I graduated from college many years ago, but I was also the first one in our family to ever go to college. So, yes, I'm the first one.
Cool. What made you realize that this is the type of work you wanted to do, and when did you realize it?
I realized it probably 30 years ago. I was, had been, like I said before, I was an agricultural science teacher. I had been teaching ag. My wife got transferred up to the Dallas area. And so we moved up there, and I had all intentions of getting another teaching job. But in the meantime, I went to work for a landscape company up there, just from about December, and was going to get a teaching job back when school started back up. But I realized that in our industry, that in the landscape industry, what I was doing, I was teaching every day, but I was just teaching something different to different people. And I was able to be outside, and I enjoy working outside every day. And so that's kind of how I got into the industry. And when it was in February, it will be 30 years.
Whoa. What type of, did you go through any type of training to get to this position?
So basically the training that I had was done on site and through the years of learning, just doing the job. I went to college, but my degree is not in horticulture or in landscaping. My degree is in agricultural education. But through the going to work and learning from others that had been in the industry a long time, that's kind of how I learned the ropes. And just being out there and walking a mile in someone's shoes. And if you do that, then you usually can get it right most of the time. So I kind of learned as I was doing it. So,
what do you enjoy most about your line of work?
What I enjoy most is talking to young people and getting them involved in the landscape industry and watching them thrive in our industry, watching them make a career out of it and seeing them grow. That's what I get out of my job the most.
Is there anything you don't enjoy?
Paperwork. I'm not a big fan of that, but that comes with everything that you have to do. There is office time, and I'm not an office person. I'm an outside person. But if I would say that's the part of the job that I least like is having to work in the office and do paperwork.
What should a student do to get into this type of business?
So basically, there's two things that a student would really need, okay? And if one of them is to be able to, and a lot of people don't think this, but if you want to get into the landscape industry, you need to be able to communicate. What I mean by communicate, that's sit and talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
We do emails, we do texts, but in our industry, we deal with people. And what I mean by dealing with people, we deal with our employees every day, and we deal with our crew members, and we also deal with our clients. So one big thing in our industry, you need to be able to communicate. So the students need to work on their communication skills. Whatever courses that is that it takes, in high school, that would help them. Also, a lot of the people that we hire, they go through agricultural science courses. There is, landscaping courses they can take in the agricultural science department. There's horticultural courses they can take, but anything that will help them in business courses that will, that they can take that will help them on the business end. But basically within our industry, we have multiple facets of people, and they come from all different aspects of education. So there's really not one specific thing, but we hire people straight out of high school, and we also hire individuals out of college. So that's kind of where we are on the education part.
What careers can students get in the land care industry?
So within land care in the landscape industry, it's kind of a big range. So you can be, when we start all of our employees, we start out what we call crew members, and they're outside working on the crews. And then they can go up and be a production manager after that, and they oversee the crews. And then we have account manager positions. We have branch manager positions, regional manager positions, water management positions. And then when you get into the office part of it, we have financial positions, we have HR positions, we have design build positions where people do design work. We have horticultural specialists that do horticultural work for us. So there's a big realm of different positions within the landscape industry.
Okay. What would you advise students to do if they wanted a similar job as you, or to be in a similar position?
What I would advise students to do is to go to work for a landscape company and learn the basics. Learn it from the ground up. Be a well-rounded person. Learn about the maintenance part. Learn about the water management part. Learn about all of the aspects of the industry. And once they do that, then the door will open for them to do whatever they would like. I'm kind of a one-off. There's very few landscape companies that have an individual that does what I do and go out and talk to students. It's a fulfilling job, and I really enjoy it. I've been doing it now. This is my third year to do it. So I've been doing this position for 3 years. So.
That's crazy. And lastly, is there a message that you want to tell the high schoolers and middle schoolers that are watching?
Yeah, what I would like to tell them was that to keep an open mind, and to, do what you would like to do. Okay. Life is short. I know most young people don't think it is, but life's short. And so when you're doing and determining a career that you would like to do, make it something that you enjoy doing, and so that you will be fulfillful in it, and that you would have a great time doing it, and you enjoy doing what you do. I enjoy going to work every day. And so you know, in the landscape industry, if that's something that you enjoy being outside and you love to see things being beautified and the environment changing, then it may be a career for you. So, and if you do it, then go in with an open mind and understand that you're going to work outside and it's going to be working in the elements and it's going to be hot sometimes and it's going to be cold sometimes and it's going to be wet sometimes. But it's a fulfilling job, and if you don't mind being outside, it's something it's a great profession.